Have you ever seen a hair ad where the before is depicted as straight hair and the after depicted as big, curly, frizzy, thick, fluffy, puffy, or afro-textured hair? That's right. Nope. Because you usually see the opposite. And quite frankly, I am so sick of seeing these types of ads. I mean, they've been around my whole life and are so played out. I roll my eyes every time I see this foolishness and just think they can kiss my you-know-what. Enough is enough. We all have unique hair, and the idea that one hair type, aka straight, equates to perfection or the gold standard is ridiculous. In this video, we will chat a bit and I will share some of my simple hairstyles. Now, I will preface this by saying I have never been into lengthy or extravagant hair or makeup routines. I prefer simplicity. Here you see me finger rolling my hair, and while it is not something I do as an adult, this is something that my mom did for me and my sisters as kids, kind of like a sort of Goldilocks curl, and in French at home we always called it a tire-bouchon. Now this first style that I'm doing here is pretty simple. I've already combed the knots out of my hair and conditioned it, and I just put a little bit of mousse and let it air dry. Here is also a very simple makeup routine. It consists of 3 things: eye primer, eyeshadow, and mascara. I do not put any of the face paste stuff on because I just don't like the feeling of it. It just feels like my face can't breathe and like I'm wearing a mask. So I just prefer to keep it simple, and I don't know, maybe it's my neurodivergent sensitivities that make me not like too many things on my skin. The same thing goes for jewelry. I try to keep that minimal as well. Now back to our chat. Now, it is not uncommon that many non-straight haired individuals experience sentiments of wishing they did not have this hair type. Society has a very dysfunctional way of viewing anything other than straight hair, and that's what we call texturism, which is due to the unfortunate history rooted in racism and how impactful that has been worldwide. As a young child, I did not understand the impact of society and how it played a role in my feelings that my hair was not ideal and was more of an inconvenience than anything else. This dysfunctional view continues to exist and is dependent on how much we enable it. It relies on us, both straight and non-straight haired individuals, in transforming and reframing how we either view, discuss, and treat non-straight hair. At home, my mother always expressed her love for my hair and would try to make me feel better by telling me that my hair is unique and that we can do a lot with it. She would make me laugh by saying she wished she had my hair because hers is flat and boring. At that age, unfortunately, it mattered more for me to be accepted in the outside world than my mom, even though my mom was right. Now, I forgot to mention that I am mixed. My mom is white and my dad is black. On my dad's side, he is Afro-Latin Caribbean, and my mom is Italian. Now, if I asked her to get a straightening perm like what I heard other curly Afro girls were getting, my mom refused to ever allow me to perm my hair. She said, no way. She explained that the chemicals would damage my beautiful hair and that it may never be the same if I did something like that. In hindsight, I am so glad she was the first one to protect my hair by letting it be entirely natural and free of chemicals or too much manipulation. We stuck to deep conditioners, oil treatments, and hair creams to keep my hair moisturized. Here you see I'm starting to brush my hair. So if I use the comb when it's wet, I get the curls, and if I brush my hair when it's dry, then I get this next look that's coming up, which is awesome. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Now, sadly, many young girls experienced hatred against their hair type or texture, starting with their mothers, the person who should have protected and uplifted them in every way possible. I hope that as they've grown older, these women have been able to reframe how they think about their hair and find it within themselves to reparent and nurture themselves. I did go through a phase where I had my hair straightened professionally at the salon every now and then. I partially felt cool, but mostly did not feel like myself. I couldn't help but shake the feeling that it just felt weird. The texture felt foreign. While it did feel easier to do certain things with, the versatility was gone. This is important. Don't ever tell someone with beautiful, big, puffy, afro, or curly hair that they should straighten their hair. That's a big no. We need more big, puffy, afro hair love, acceptance, embracing, not changing. If afro hair bothers you, the hair is not the problem. You and your mentality are, and it may benefit you to reflect on why this is the case. Okay, so where was I? That's right, I started to appreciate and embrace my hair and becoming an expert on my own hair. The love and appreciation for my hair only grew from that point on. In fact, it grew so much that you will rarely ever see me in straight hair or even in any styles that manipulate my scalp or add extensions. While I think there are some incredible hairstyles, I'm just a fan of leaving my scalp alone as much as possible. My hair thrives with minimal added products, heat, or constant pulling and tightness that some hairstyles may demand. While I'm not tender-headed and have some sisters that are, it's just not something I care to put my scalp through regardless. Now, I have had my hair braided in some instances, and yes, I have enjoyed the break of not having to style my hair during that particular time. But I will say that I have come to terms with whatever time my hair needs, as it is a part of who I am, and I choose to nurture it by making the time for it in my schedule. I don't seek out perfection with my hair. My curl patterns don't need to be individually managed. They can dry naturally or however they want to look on that particular day. My hair type is not an inconvenience. It does not need to be tamed, straightened, hidden, constricted. My hair deserves love and nurturing. These days, what I end up doing if I really want to do some type of extension is pretty much just do one braid. That's all I have the patience for. As you can see here, I'm doing a very quick version to show you because if I actually did it as a style for the day, I would do it with my hair wet, so that way the braid would be a lot smoother. As you can see, it's kind of chunky on the top because it's poofy, but it's just to kind of give you a quick idea of, again, a hairstyle that I like doing and that's really simple. I see my hair and the versatility of it as a gift. And no matter where you are on your hair journey, I hope that you nurture it and be good to it.